On today's episode, we are going to be talking about colors and logos.
Hola! And welcome to episode 27 of Tip for Tip, where you ask your marketing questions in exchange for a tip in your industry. My name is Aaron.
And my name is Christian, and today we have Brad from Revolution Chiropractic asking us a question about logos.
Hey guys, my name is Brad. Some people call me straight up Brad. I'm with Revolution Chiropractic. And my question for y'all, when designing a logo and looking at what colors that logo should be, do you take into consideration the industry that you're in to base the colors on? Or do you look at the market as a whole and what trendy colors are out there as a whole to base the color of your logo?
So usually I'm the only one designing logos between the two of us, and I would say that to some extent, yeah, we look at what the industry and what the market, what type of logos are out there and the colors and all that stuff, but ultimately it comes down to the industry. And yes, we look at what other people are doing, and we might go with the same color if we want to keep it safe. But if we want to explore and venture into something a little bit more original, then we might even look at the color psychology behind, colors psychology, yeah, and try to figure out, why does it make sense to use this color on this type of industry. And so, for example, like silver or gray colors for logos are looked at as luxury colors. Think of Mercedes-Benz, Apple, all these brands that have like the gray colors in their logos, majority. But yeah, I mean, we do look at industry colors, and we do look at the market as a whole and see what colors are trending and stuff. But ultimately, it just comes down to your brand and what makes sense for your company or what you're trying to portray.
All right, and this was a pretty easy episode for me because I was going to defer to him. He will ask me a couple of questions, but really that's what he does. But I think that this is a great question because regardless of who you use to design your logo, you should definitely be asking that question. And if they say that they're going with what's current right now, then it's probably best you find a new logo designer and somebody who's going to find it relevant for your industry, because there's a reason that Facebook picked blue and Apple picked silver. There's a specific reason that they did that. It's not just because those are trendy colors for what's going on in the marketing and technology. So, great question. And as you noticed, I know you're a chiropractor and straight up Brad. So as you can tell, this is probably the best posture we've had for all of our meetings so far, all of our shows so far. But curious to see what tip you have for us.
All right, so my tip for y'all is I don't know if you heard, but there's a thing out there called text neck. That's essentially when you have your phone, you're looking down at it like this. It causes a lot of problems up in the neck. So every time you have your phone, just make sure you kind of keep it up here and at eye level so you don't have to put a lot of pressure on that neck.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great tip, and that's something that I don't do. I mean, you don't ever see me texting like this. But it's something that, eventually keep doing it every year, and, it just keeps compounding, and sooner or later we'll all be staring at the floor.
Right. The only reason is I've talked to you before, so I know that subconsciously, I at least have in the back of my head right now, like, oh dang, where's my neck at? And I can just feel myself like so far forward, so I do know to put myself up. It's just awkward at this position right now, but I prefer not to be bending over and weird looking when I'm like 70. So,
right. Great
tip, and I hope that everybody can take something from this, because this is like from teenagers to adults. I mean, my grandparents they're on smartphones looking down and stuff. So it's a wide range, and we're all, when you work on our posture, I know that's why you're straight up Brad, but also the text neck. So very, very good tip. Thank you for that. Hopefully you'll be subconscious with Christian now a little bit too, and everybody else. Brad, thank you again for coming on the show. For everybody who wants to find out more about Revolution Chiropractic, we are going to put the links to their website and social media, anything that you need to know about them in the description above the video. And I think that's really it for the show we have today, unless Christian has something about posturing.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you would like to come on the show, it's really simple. I'm keep moving forward and leaning, so I'm going to move back. If you would love to come on the show, all you have to do is go to BitBranding/tip for tip, and I think Christian put the link in this last week. So just down at the very bottom, you'll see a link to click on. It'll be much easier for you. You can find out about the show, submit a form. One of us will give you an email back, and we will get you on the show. And we may not have talked about this too much, but it is free to come on the show. It is great exposure for your business, and we run advertising for your target market. So if you're watching this, it's because you're part of Brad's target market, or you're friends with us on Facebook. So we would love to do that and give that exposure to you and add value. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and we'll see you guys next week.